Now for this one, I'm picking the sample image. I have this one from Chikavka, that page I did in 2024, April apparently, more about a year ago. I'm just thinking by the time you see, will it be a year? But no, it won't be still a year, because I want this to be out quickly in February. And in this one, we will talk about making a mess on purpose. And as you can see, I did a nice mess here, and it is a controlled mess that it looks like something, but it's not completely abstract. But still, while painting, making a mess in this no effort painting environment is recommended, and let's do that. So I made unpainted version of it for painting with you guys. Maybe you can do this with your own paintings as well. Like if you have already taken my no effort class and you made some pages and you weren't quite happy how they turned out, you can try to recreate them after this class and try to see the difference. So for this one, my first advice for making a mess is using a thick brush, and don't worry about the fine details. We are not going to try to paint the details of the cake here and so on. It's all about the broad strokes. So the main thing here, let's go with the chair first maybe. It was a beautiful yellow chair, very comfortable in that cafe, I remember. And always leave some white gaps. Like if something has a corner, try to leave a white gap there. That represents that this is not a continuous flat space. For example, let's leave that as it is. I like how it looks. For example, this table, this wooden table that I'm just adding, don't try to fill every line. And in here, leave a bit of a white gap between. And this represents that there is a break there. And this is always a good idea. Now what I will do, as I have this color and the wooden floors are similar color but kind of lighter, I'm gonna dilute this a bit, and then with what's left, I'm just gonna apply it to the floor, just like that, very roughly. So like, I guess for this, I could say with yellow is yellow. That's normally when you go outside, you don't have the chance to, in a coffee shop, take out 50 different shades of all the colors you have. You have to make with what you have. In here, I have, I think 12 colors, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And you need to learn how we can make the best of what you have. And in here I have, let's wash my brush first maybe. And as you can see, I'm using this water. It's getting dirty, but it's still fine. You don't have to rush to the bathroom every moment. In here there is my backpack, and over there on the wall I like that there is this drawing of a coffee thing. The original looks darker, but I decided to break it from the frame, because frames I want to do black, again very roughly. And again, I think I did too much. I will pick some of that so that the lines under will be visible. Okay, and is there anything else? Maybe I have a drink, maybe I can add some color to my drink to create a bit of a contrast there, and same color can go for my cake. Maybe a bit of this, like, okay, like that. It was a cheesecake, I think. And I think on the table there was this set of watercolors has a green box. Maybe you can see from here. And it was standing right over there. So I'm going to put it there. But look, I went out of the line a bit so it's more visible. And yeah, so this way, use a big brush. Don't follow the lines. Let the colors mix. Make a mess. And the biggest part of making a mess for me is splashing. However, I like when the black splashes when the painting is dry, so they stay like little dots. It gives lots of character to the painting this way. But if you are gonna splash with similar colors, like I think this one could use a splash of yellow, that it won't disturb so much what's going on here, and it will make it more interesting. So let's do that. And for the title in the original, I used yellow, but I think in retrospect now, I want a bit of a contrast with what's going on here. So I'm gonna use, I think, should I use this brown? So it would be taking the colors from here, or go completely something out of the colors we used. And I'm gonna use this, and I will just leave it as it is. Maybe I will let it bleed a bit downwards. You can even lift it to go, colors go down a bit. And once it's dry, I'm gonna add black splashes to this, and that's also that gives this messy watercolor look, which I love. But like I said, when it's black, I like doing with once it dries, because I want to see the black splashes as they are, not mixing into the colors and destroying kind of what we made so far. So this was making a mess, and after this I'm gonna show you how it ended up with the black splashes once it's dry. So this is all for making a mess. After this I will see you on, let's see, splashing. Maybe we can do it for the splashing part if it's already dry. I have Cafe Nero and on the right. Okay, so I will see you on the next one. Bye.